Hi my loves and welcome back. Today I'm going to be working on a spread in my art journal, trying to cover one of the questions that I get about journaling quite often. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. I have a pretty cool class that I want to share with you guys, but all that and more as we go through the video. So this question came up when I posted this photo on Instagram. It's a spread I made to document my trip to the cinema to see A Quiet Place, focusing on the scenery and the kind of isolated theme of the film. And Potassium Person asked, how do you approach making beautiful, cohesive spreads without stressing over every minor detail? So thank you for your comment, Potassium Person. Great topic for us to cover today. I think I talked about this in my last art journaling video, but as you've seen so far, I always find it so much easier to start with sticking stuff in. It takes away that daunting blank page and it gives you a starting point to work from. This spread that I'm doing right now is about a lovely little Prosecco picnic that Ozzy and I had last week in Greenwich, so I printed out a photo from my phone using my photo printer. Info on that in the video I linked in the cards earlier and in the description. And then I also added a digital sketch that I printed out from my iPad. I really liked this one, so I wanted a physical copy of it somewhere. Now this is where the issue of layout can kind of cause you to hesitate and leave you unsure of where to go next. That's something I know I struggle with. I was genuinely stuck for a little while here. But I actually found this brilliant class on Skillshare. Not kidding guys, this one is a gem. It's all about illustrated journaling, both digitally and traditionally, taught by Mimi Chow. What I love is her block approach to layout, something that I didn't realise I was actually doing myself, but now that I have a better sense of it, it's something that I'm able to use a lot more effectively for figuring out what I want to record and how. Her sketching and layering phases also just take away a lot of the stress and fear of messing up. She has great tips and just general encouragement for people who don't feel confident in their drawing, and overall just a really helpful outlook on art journaling. You're always asking me which classes I recommend, and this one is getting added to the list for sure. Please do check it out and go give her some love. I'll have a link below where the first 500 new members to sign up for Skillshare will get 2 months of free premium membership for absolutely nothing. It's $10 a month annually otherwise, for unlimited access to a library of I think around 20,000 classes now, which is insane. It's like painting, writing, filming. I'm looking at classes like about branding and freelance at the moment. Video on that soon, but yeah, they have it all. So taking on board what I learned, I lightly blocked off my page into sections, trying to keep it super simple and work from what I already had down. I could see a big diagonal across the page and decided to fit a sketch into the blank space, playing with the perspective to make things fit and flow better. Sketching things out roughly was a great way for me to try out a layout without fully committing, so once it comes to adding detail, I'm a bit more confident with how it'll turn out. I really roughly and quickly went in with acrylic gouache to give myself something to draw over. This is a DIY sketchbook, by the way. I followed a great tutorial on one of my new favourite channels, so I will have a link on screen to that. The paper is all Strathmore mixed media paper in grey and white, and I also have blue and tan throughout the sketchbook as well. I just like the different options tone paper gives you, and in this case I think it did a really good job of making the white of the building stand out. This is the Maritime Museum, by the way. We weren't actually on the side of the park that looks at this building, but I wanted to paint something that instantly said Greenwich Park to me, and that is this. I finished off with some line work using my Derwent graphic liners. Info on everything I used will be listed below, along with that Skillshare link, so do check it out if you are interested. I also added some text across the pages to tie in the line work and just pull the spread together. I think the key to getting your experiences down in a spread that reads well is to keep it simple and block it out into a few dominant shapes. I hope this helped. Thanks again for your question, Potassium Person, and I will see you all soon for the next video. Bye.